record on this so we can actually record this. So I got my order in. Hopefully everybody else is having as much success. I assume that we're broadcasting now. I'm going to tweet this out. Sorry, I'm writing my tweet to let other people know that we're hanging out here. I can't type, and apparently can't type. Got dyslexia. Hey, so how'd it go for everybody else? Josh got his order in early because AT&T opened up early for him. Excellent. In and out. I'm seeing on Twitter, it looks like most people are having no issues getting in, which is always a good sign. I've actually got to order my case because it didn't give me the option to order the case, and I didn't want to take the time to wait to figure out if I was going to be able to get the case. So I'm going to see if I can get in through Apple's website, which is going super slow. Maybe that's not the way to go. Try the app on the iPad. The app on the iPhone seemed to come up first for me. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between the two. And the store is down on my computer. How do I get to... Okay. Not sure how the new stuff works on the... here we go. I want the midnight blue leather case. Where are the leather cases? iPhone 6s leather case. In midnight blue. Yes, add to bag. Added. It was interesting. Touch ID did not come up for me. Hey, Victor. Victor should be joining us. Hey, man. He's adjusting his lighting.
No, my mic.
Oh, it looks like the lighting's...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought I could hear you on the mic.
I didn't know. Sorry about that.
So I'm assuming you got your orders in okay?
Yep, I had to get my wife's and then mine. I was kind of double tasking, and so hopefully I didn't mess anything up.
That's always the concern, right?
It's, you know what I mean? My total came up, and it was a lot higher than I anticipated, so I don't know. No, I do know what happened. It's tax plus AppleCare Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, I just figured it out.
I did the same
I was
thing.
like, what? $200?
Went back in to check my order just to make sure, because last year I did mess it up.
Yeah, I almost messed it up with my watch when I got that because I had the wrong address. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check. I'm looking for accessories. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I'm going back in to order my case because I didn't want to take the time. What was weird was it didn't come up and give me an Apple Pay option.
It did for me for only the AppleCare portion. The AT&T portion, obviously, they're going to take care of.
I had fun with AT&T today, actually.
Oh, did you?
Hey, thanks for everybody who's hanging out too over there in the chat. Kuma says Harry Potter photos. All right, now I've
That's
got
it.
my leather case. Now I'm all set. I'm done.
Okay, and you know what? I'm having a problem finding any 6 pluses because I did go for the biggie, Adam. I don't know if I'll
Mm,
regret it or not, but I did go for it. So I'm having trouble finding 6S plus cases. I see a silicone one, and
yeah,
that's
they have
it.
they have one of each color. So what you have to do if you're on the app, it confused me for a second there too. So you have to click on Apple accessories, and then if you scroll down to where the iPhone cases are,
Yeah.
there should be 6S leather case and then 6S plus leather case with saddle, and then 6S. Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm on the
Oh, it
phone.
might be different on the phone.
So I put
Yeah.
shop cases, and I can go on the website. I mean, I can
No,
certainly do
I
that.
can't get in on the website.
Huh.
It's still down for me.
Let me see. Yeah, I see the 6S silicone midnight blue. I want to get the leather blue like you got.
Yeah, I saw that gold. This is going to be the first time I did not get a space gray iPhone.
I think you're gonna like your gold and blue combination. That's pretty snazzy, man.
Well, I saw that on the Apple Watch. Is where I saw it when they did the event, and I'm like, oh, that looks really nice together. I think I'm going to go for that in the phone this time around. But it'll be the first time I have a white front on my phone. I've never had a white iPhone.
Oh yeah, that's weird. You're right. On the website, it is not even up yet.
I just got in on the website doing a refresh.
Okay, so see these. Okay, here's what you got to do. It looks like
Yeah, it's not really clear.
it isn't clear at all. See, I see the 6S leather, the 6S plus leather,
Right.
saddle
Yeah, you got to
brown.
click on the saddle brown. This is where it's confusing. You got to click on that first
Oh, and then click the
and then
color.
click your color. Yeah.
Okay. iPhone 6 Plus leather case midnight blue, $50. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. I figured that worst case scenario, I regret buying the big one, but I think I'll be all right.
Yeah. Rewarta, I ordered via, and I think Victor, you probably the same, right? We both ordered um, via the app instead of the website.
Yes, via the app. Absolutely. On both counts. That is correct. Okay, now I'm going to go check my order. Make sure I didn't mess it up. I wasn't expecting it to ask. My wife wanted to pay for her phone in full.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting it to ask the credit card verification code in the back.
Yeah.
So
So a lot of people were asking about that, because there's
Mhm.
all these payment plans now. And I think if you want to get on contract, then you have to go through the carrier direct. I don't think Apple will let you buy on contract. You have to pick like the next plan or the, whatever the payment plans are through the carrier, or use Apple's new carrier plan, or not carrier plan, but payment plan. I don't think you can go on contract via Apple anymore.
Right. I think you're right. My wife, her phone was paid off. She's under my family share plan, and she was eligible for next, but she wanted just to pay it off. So, it did give me the option. Do you want to just pay it off or go on the next? I didn't think it was going to do that, but it did, which was nice. So she was able to do what she wanted to, which was just pay the whole thing off, and then she's going to get, I think, $110 from Gazelle for her five. Which isn't bad. It'll offset the cost for her.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I checked out for the case and it's still showing in my bag.
So this is my first time using Blab, and I've already managed to upset somebody.
What? Oh, did you? Oh, you're good, man. Who'd you piss off?
Purveyor moms.
Did you
Whoops. I don't,
Oops.
hopefully I didn't just
Did you ban her or something? No,
I don't know what I just did. I clicked a button and I didn't mean to. If I did something wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, E-boy, I haven't installed El Capitan myself. Maybe Adam, you have. I haven't.
I have not done it yet. No.
Okay, it's not letting me display my order history right now. So
I think I might have kicked her off by accident. There's a little like caution thing. I'm learning the system, people. If I accidentally boot you off, it's not personal.
Okay. Oh, it says payment not complete.
Yeah, she was upset because she wanted to join the video conversation. The thing is, gang, I don't know, nothing personal. I don't know a lot of you.
Right. Right.
And I don't want something that maybe we don't want to see pop up. It is video.
Yeah,
it is live video.
Yeah, these kinds of applications, huh? It's not letting me use Apple Pay to pay for the case at all. You don't like it.
Yeah. So getting back to the subsidy thing, so you're just buying them outright, or are you doing a payment?
My wife is. I am not. My wife is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of people have asked me about that, and I went back and forth. I think where I came down on it is I have decided at this stage in my life I don't like leasing things or renting things. You know, I just want to own it. And yeah, I'm going to get a new phone every year, but I'd rather just turn around and sell mine, the one that I own, and get a lot more money for it. Like for example, my unlocked iPhone 6 Plus, I could probably get about $700 plus for it right now.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I mean, that's what they're going for on eBay, the 128s. So maybe even higher. So it's a little bit more hassle to kind of sell it that way. And actually what I'm doing this time around, I'm selling it to a friend and I'm just giving him a good deal. You know, I just told him whatever I would get through Gazelle, I would go ahead and let him have it for. So I went that route.
Well, that's good. That's a good way to go.
Doing a solid for a friend. So that covers some of the costs, but I wouldn't be able to do that in the future. And plus in my family, we're now handing down devices as well. So
right. Yeah. I know my wife said, well, if my son wants to buy her 5, instead of Gazelle, she can do that, but, or he can do that, but we shall see. Sorry, I'm filling out my building information here.
Yeah, and Josh is confirming, AT&T will still do the 2-year contract subsidy. Okay, so here's the other thing that happened to me today that I'll share this story. So I went on to look at my phones, and I had forgotten sort of how this got all messed up last time when I was doing my upgrade. So I was doing my upgrade, and I accidentally upgraded the wrong phone through the website. I plugged in the wrong number, and this is what I messed up. And so I should have been fully subsidized, but when it came up, the price was only partially subsidized.
Okay.
And I couldn't figure out why that was. And so, in the panic, I thought, well, I'm not going to bail out of the order now. I'm just going to go forward and I will order and then I'll deal with all this stuff later. I'll get a refund or whatever to get the full subsidy. Well, it turned out I couldn't do that. And so what I had done is I had upgraded done a partial upgrade or payoff of my line that wasn't eligible. So I was paying, they only gave me like a $200 credit. And then I still had to go on a 2-year contract.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I had an interesting situation with I'm on the next 12 plan, which is the 2020 payment. And so I had to pay, I called them this morning just to check things out. I had to pay $37.50 for the last month.
Yeah, the last month.
That was fair. That was fair.
Yeah, but then you still have to turn in your phone too, right?
I do have to turn in my phone, and I had to, during my process, I had to agree, that the phone was at XYZ condition, which is, so I'm not worried about that. Hopefully AT&T will be cool about it and not come back and say, we're not going to give you full credit or whatever, but we'll see.
Right. And so I just, I kind of don't want to deal with that. But anyway, so when I was in there checking all my stuff to see my eligibility, my iPhone 6 Plus was eligible because that was my line originally. and that was the one that I had my 5S on. And so
Right.
it has come around, and that line is eligible. The other one got extended on a 2-year contract, which means it still has another year to go. And I saw that in there, and I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind just paying that off, and getting out of that contract just so I'm free and clear.
Okay.
So I thought I'll call AT&T and I'll say, hey, can I, what can I do? Can I pay the ETF and then, just get that one off contract and put it on month to month? I don't want to change anything with my service. I don't want to upgrade my phone. I just want to, pay off the difference, the subsidy, and get out of the contract.
Okay.
Thinking this would be simple, right?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
So I call them up and I go, well, what would it take to get out of this contract? And they said, well, you can pay the ETF fee. And here's the ETF fee. It was like $215. Fine. He said, but you won't be eligible for an upgrade on that line because you're still on contract and you won't be out of your contract. And I said, well, wait a minute. Aren't I paying the early termination fee? Yes.
Exactly.
Doesn't that mean I'm terminating the contract? Isn't that what the termination means? And he's like, no. And I said, wait a minute. I said,
that's bizarre.
I said, I don't want to leave you guys. I just want to buy out the contract. Can't I just do that? And he's like, no, not really. It was what it ultimately came down to. And I said, well, what would happen if I paid the ETF fee and then canceled all my service and went to another carrier? Oh, that's fine. You wouldn't have a contract.
Yeah, you can do that.
And I said, what if I did the same thing and then signed up, used my phones now that I own all of them and just re-signed up for all the same service with AT&T on a month-to-month plan? Oh, you can do that. And I said, so what you're telling me is I can't just pay the ETF fee and you just, can't. No, we can't do that. You can't cancel the contract. You'll still be on 2-year contract.
That's crazy. Well, that's probably their billing system. I have to admit, that's probably what's going on there.
But I even escalated and finally I kept pushing. And finally one woman goes, I talked to my manager, and you can pay the ETF fee and we'll cancel the contract, but you're still not eligible to upgrade that phone for another year.
Makes no sense. None. Nah, they were getting slammed today. They told me that when I called them up. They told me they were totally getting slammed because of this ordering process. So,
and I ended it. I said, I think where the mistake where I went wrong was I called the cell phone company thinking that they would be logical.
Right. Adam, somebody's asking what the 6 Plus is worth unlocked versus tied to a carrier.
It depends on the size, but I've had a couple people tell me they've been able to sell them on eBay for like $600, $700 and up. And I had somebody send me his eBay auction. He was already up to 600, and I think it was a 64 gigabyte, and he was already at 600 unlocked. And he had literally just posted it. So
that's good. I think I checked Gazelle because I thought, well, maybe I'll just buy mine outright if I can make a little money.
Right.
But it wasn't. It was like $6. I would have made like $6.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, I'll just roll it over and that'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to remember like a 128 iPhone 6 Plus is $929.
No, $949.
Oh, $949.
Yeah, I just almost bought one. That's why I know. Yeah.
$949. So, $650, that's $300 off.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good rate for renting it for a year if you look at it that way, So
well, and I think you'll get more. Like I said, I think the 128s are going for $700, $800, but that's still, you're still $130 off, and if that's in good condition, right? So depends on how well you take care of your gear. But mine's pristine. I was looking at it trying to see even if there were any scratches on the front glass because I just have the leather case, and it looks great.
Yeah, mine's pristine too, so I don't think I'm going to have any problem with AT&T. I did get my receipt. It looks like I ordered the right phone, and so that's good. I'm glad to know that. I did go with a 64 gig. You really tempted me with your 128 comment. I was like, and George was talking to me and saying, "What about 4K video?" I'm like, I'm not going to fill that
really
up with 4K video.
The thing is, I've always found I always will use whatever I have. So, I could sit there and manage the 64, but it's $100 more. I mean, I'm already spending that money. And like I said, if I decide after the fact that I want more, you don't have the option.
That's true. No, that's true. And I did think
It's
about
like
that.
now or it's sort of now or never. And
I've used 23 gigs of my current 64
yeah, that's
gigs.
the other
So
thing is look at your current one. So I was thinking about jumping down to the 64, and I looked at my current phone, and I'm like, it's 64.5 gigabytes on.
oh
there.
yeah. Yeah.
It's
If
like
I were
I'm
you, I would have
just
done the same
over.
thing. Yeah.
But I have a lot of apps and junk on there. I probably could clean off, but I'm just lazy. I won't do it. So like,
No, I'm
don't
saving
worry
the
about it.
128 for the iPad Pro if I get that, which I really want. So
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that as well.
man, did you
Look
read
forward
the
to that.
article that I guess she's an ex-employee of Apple, but that the woman wrote comparing the Syntec to the Apple?
Right.
And it was a pretty good article, and she was a graphic designer, apparently a really good one. So that was very encouraging.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the one that ran on Cult of Mac. I took a little issue with that, and I tweeted at her. I don't know if she got upset at me or not. And I wasn't trying to like call her out or anything. I was just really curious because it didn't really say in the article if she had actually used the pen. And it did say that she worked in Apple's prototyping team, but I didn't take that to mean, oh, she's actually worked on the project. And then she tweets back just simply a link to another tweet that says, oh, I'm using the Apple Pencil, and it's great, or whatever the tweet was. And I thought,
yeah, I mean, if she did it only in that environment, that sequestered environment for 10 minutes, I would be a little skeptical too.
Well, I don't know. I was more skeptical that I think she actually worked on the project, and that hasn't been confirmed. She didn't come back. I did ask.
Yeah.
And I should go back and look because I did make a comment on the thing. I said, just, can you mention, did you actually work on this, on the project? And if she had, I think it should have been disclosed in the article, really, because it's a significant bias. Now, that said, I've seen other articles from the hands-on that seem to back up exactly what she was saying. And even some things from some graphics people who were at the hands-on that said, yeah, I've used this Cintiq and this is better.
Yeah, I know one person that's used this Cintiq, and they did have similar comments to what she said regarding lack of color accuracy, parallax, and just lag. So
yeah, and latency.
Latency lag. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'm sure I hope Adobe comes out with an application that will let you use it to edit photos in Photoshop. That would be great. If not, I know there's one out there already that the developer already said.
Didn't they show Photoshop during the thing? What were the three apps? They showed the layout app, and they showed the sketching app. And the other one was the Fix.
Yeah, it was the Fix. Yeah,
where they tweaked her. They didn't actually show it running in full blown Photoshop on the iPad.
I can just imagine, them wanting to have a Photoshop remote version so that you could work on your Mac and use it as a tablet, basically to edit on your Mac. I mean, there is a third-party developer that is already making one. Apparently, it's pretty good even now, but this will take it to the next level. And he already verified to a follower of mine that, yeah, he's going to have a big update when that comes out.
Hey, Josh in the chat is saying he has a Surface Pro 3. Hey, Josh, so I was talking with Scott Johnson, and he's been looking at the Surface Pro up until the iPad Pro was announced, and now he's really jazzed to get the iPad Pro. So you're saying you're selling yours. Were you not happy with the Surface Pro 3? Or Scott's kind of thing was he tried it and it wasn't perfect, but it was probably the best portable tablet drawing device that was out there that he knew of. So I'd be curious to know what Josh thinks.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know several people that were either thinking about getting a Surface or had already gotten one, and they're kind of rethinking it now for sure. So
yeah, it sounds like for artists, this is going to be a really, really good option. I mean, if it really lives up to all the hype that Apple is put on it. And like I said, I mean, again, like you were saying, 20 minutes in the hands-on demo area, but there's some people that I really trust their opinions, and I don't think they would be saying, that it was sort of meeting expectations if it wasn't. Now, again, controlled environment, Apple knows the apps, that are going to work, and who knows how it's tweaked. But in you want to make a good demo. They're trying to make a good impression. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm no artist, so I won't be using it for that. But for photo editing, I think there's huge potential for that. Just if I could just use brushes, even better if something like Google would come out with a version of their what is that app called? That the one that used to be Nick's app. What is it? Snapseed.
Oh yeah,
Snapseed with brushes would be very cool. If you could actually use brushes on Snapseed, that alone would probably do 85% of what I do on my mobile devices, anyways.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have the split screen, and I'm looking at it really as I'm hoping, and I'm really seriously considering when I get mine. Forcing myself to use it as my only portable for a month. So I have a MacBook Pro that I normally take with me, but just totally forcing myself to not take that with and only rely on the iPad Pro with the keyboard.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be replacing a MacBook Air 13, which I use very little right now anyways. I use the iPhone I use the most, and then the iMac, and then the MacBook Air. So if this can even become even my third device, but that I'll use it a lot, that would be great. I'm going to wait on the keyboard right away. I'm going to look at the third-party ones right away, because it seems to me the Apple one, that's a pretty hefty price. So
I don't know. $169.
Yeah, but I may change my mind once I go into a store and touch it. And
yeah, Logitech has a really nice one that's a flat, slim fabric keyboard. I'm blanking on the name of it now, and I almost bought that, but then I thought I'll wait and see what happens with the iPad Pro. And the one feature it didn't have, and the Apple one doesn't have this either. There's a bunch of keyboards out now that will let you pair with multiple devices. Okay. So you can pair it with your Mac and pair it with Microsoft makes a really nice one that you can pair with your Mac, pair with your iPad, and pair with your iPhone, and then there's just a button on it that you press and it automatically links up, so you don't have to do the whole unpairing, repairing dance, which is such a pain. Which is why I never used I tried to use my Apple wireless keyboard, to take with my iPad. I got the nice little
that's what I was thinking.
Kind of stand thing,
right
around here somewhere, as a matter of fact, from whoever made that thing that you could clip it into. The problem is you'd get there and it's oh, it's paired with my MacBook Pro. So I got to open up the MacBook Pro. I've got to unpair it, then pair it with the iPad. It just wasn't practical.
Hey, how much thicker is the 6S or 6 Plus than the 6? Quite a bit?
No, it's 0.2 millimeters, I want to say.
But I'm wondering if it's still going to fit on my Glyph.
Does that Glyph? That's not the Glyph that fits the...
Yeah, it fits it with a leather case. Yep.
Oh.
It does. This is the old one, too.
That's not the one that's made for the...
No, this is the old one. This is probably was made for the 5.
Yeah, I have the new telescoping one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I should get that, probably.
It's actually really nice.
Because that's one thing that I do like to have, is a little tripod of some kind for my...
Josh is saying 0.5. I thought the difference between the 6S and the 6S Plus was about 0.2 millimeters. I want to say one is...
Yeah, Josh is saying 0.5 something, so yeah, it's pretty close.
I just had it in my notes. Hold on.
Close enough for JS. This is nice. They should put recording on this app. That's what's missing.
It is recording.
Oh, it is?
We're recording. Awesome. Yeah, sorry, awesome. I should have told you that.
Oh, okay. We're in California, guys. We have to tell each other if we're recording. That's cool. Does it let you publish it only on their site, or does it let you...
I think it'll be published on their site. Yeah, and I didn't realize this when I signed up. I'm like, I've never heard of this. Who are these guys? These are the same guys that do Medium.
Oh, okay. This is pretty cool.
The blogging service Medium, or the news... I don't know if it's a news service, or, where you can write real elegant blog posts.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. The quality is really good. The latency is good. So far it looks pretty darn good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bob is saying Maccast Loop video. Maybe.
I was going to say Maccast Loop.
This may be the way we get it back.
This may be the medium, because there's a way to feedback with folks. We could, in theory, add them if we wanted to, right, to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a lot of those features. That's kind of what's kept us from relighting that fire. I don't
Oh.
know. Maybe so.
Yeah, we just need some way to pre-screen callers. Is always the key. The
That is always the
thing.
key, especially on something like this that could get ugly. Whoa,
Yeah, no, we don't trust 99% of you, but it's the 1% that would ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, isn't that the way it always is? It's always the one percenters,
That one lurker that just wants to come in, or the one, sort of detractor. You get one Apple hater, and then it all goes bad.
Well, I was a good husband. I got Mary's phone first before even though I was doing a little overlapping, I made sure that she was taken care of. She got the 6, rose gold, and she was coming from a 5.
Oh, that's going to be a nice upgrade.
So she can't wait. She's waited a long time, and it said it was going to deliver September 25th, I think. So I hope that's true. We shall see.
Reward says I'm already well versed in bumping people off the site. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe on the forum.
No, it's because he thinks you bumped that one woman off. Adam doesn't do that kind of thing.
That wasn't the intent. The only problem is if I hover over someone in the chat, I get it looks like a little caution symbol,
and
it doesn't have a tooltip hint.
So what are the little hands for?
I accidentally clicked on it, and I think that might be like a kick or a ban from the chat.
Dude, you're good. What are the little hands for? Is that if somebody's like giving you thumbs up or something?
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like, some of this is supposed to sort of be like Periscope. So it's like the little
like
hearts
a heart,
in Periscope.
Like a heart. Okay. Oh, there they go. It's a competition. 8,
props.
7, 8.
I can give you props.
Oh, you give me props. Wait a minute. I'm going to give you props, my man. It should be a mutual admiration society.
Can I get a whoop whoop?
This is kind of like the Jerry Lewis of a video. No, you're the man.
Yeah. Clapping hands. I think they look like kind of like whoop whoop hands. But
they look like whoop whoop. Yep, they do look like that. Yeah, I was having problems with my second authentication with Twitter on my regular Victor Cahill account. It would not send me my codes to my phone. So thank God in my Twitter app on my phone, I was able to go into security and turn off two-factor auth in order to get me back in on the web. But it won't send me my codes. So I don't know. I'll work on that later. So I just came in here and I figured, well, that's okay. Good opportunity to plug Theratech anyway. So
yeah. How's that going?
Good. I'm going to have a show coming out on the 15th. Interesting show on grilling and barbecuing tech. So
cool.
Yeah, there's this guy that I follow on Twitter who, like every Friday about 6:00, starts grilling all of this stuff throughout the weekend and posts pictures. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, dude, I want to have you on the show because it looks yummy. So we came on and we talked for like an hour and 20 minutes about meat selection and preparation and spices and thermometers and different types of barbecue and smokers. And it was cool, So that's going to be on the 15th. And then I'm talking to another guy who's in the Air Force that wants to come on and talk about missile systems, which I'm like, wow. All right. He's going to get clearance from whoever he needs to get clearance from. And he actually trains people on how to do maintenance on missile systems for missiles that go on jets. So I'm like, well, that sounds like a pretty cool show. I'm in.
That works.
So, yeah. So I'm lining up guests, and encouraging people, if they're enthusiasts or experts at something, hook me up and we can talk and see if we can get you on, So
yeah.
But I'm also going to do my own individual shows too, where I just, talk about either Mac stuff or do a screencast or whatever. So it's like a tech lifestyle show. That's more what it's like. It's not really just geared towards Macintosh or anything. So, yeah.
Excellent. So people should check that out. Yeah. That is, so where's it at?
Theratech.tech.
Theratech.tech.
Yep.
Got a .tech domain, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't find the .com or the other dots. I'm like, .tech. Okay, let's go for it.
That's that whole new domain name thing is interesting. Anybody can create one of those. Basically,
Oh no, I didn't know that.
It's like a business.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's like domain squatting, but you're actually squatting the actual .x.
You can make a dot whatever, and then you have to pay for it. You have to pay I think you have to pay the NIC to get it, so it's not cheap.
Right.
It's not for everybody, and then you've got to try and sell the domains, right? And if you don't sell domains, you don't make a profit. And
I'm sure somebody's picked up podcast already. .podcast.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see it offered. So.
Yeah, you would think someone would.
If not,
I think there is .pod.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
.pod.
Yeah, I don't know. When I bought it at Hover, and they offered a bunch. It was just like the list was almost overwhelming, the amounts of them, and some of them are like really expensive. I really wanted to get the .fm, but those are like $80 a year.
Yeah,
they are.
Well, again, because I think it's .fm is probably international one. I bet they're usually some of those are owned by countries.
Yeah, I think it is.
But what was the one I was thinking of? Oh, .xyz I guess is becoming pretty popular.
Huh. Wow. I wouldn't have thought of that one, to be quite honest with you. How many people? We got a decent amount of people here.
Yeah, I don't understand. I got to learn the difference between viewers and watching live. I guess that's a total of 144 people have come through and been watching at some point and maybe come back. Okay. And 15 are on right now, actually live with us. So. Okay.
Oh, you can click on each one of the people. This is cool because there's some people here that I don't follow on Twitter, and I can follow them. So that's a cool little feature. Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you can add because it's tied into Twitter.
So that whole thing earlier with the Apple domain, which is the subdomain issue, huh?
Oh yeah. Where we were saying they got hacked.
Right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I didn't know that. It's like, I guess it's like a form of DNS spoofing, and it's really who is spoofing, because all they're doing is, and Glenn Fleischman pointed this out. If you look at it when you do the whois, it's backwards. So it was like apple.com . And so it's just spoofing the search. So it's like apple.com beyond whois.com. So that's really the entry for beyond whois.com. You can put anything you want at the front. So all they're doing is they've registered these domains, and then they're just adding records to the DNS record, which you can add as many of these as you want with the dots at the front. And so then when you do a whois search, whoisapple.com, it comes up because apple.com is in the first part.
Cool. Hey, Lee, how you doing? Lee's here from British Tech.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
We can have Lee on.
Absolutely.
Hey, Lee, you want to come in?
Come on in, Lee. The water's fine. Even at 1 o'clock in the morning in California.
You just have to request if you want. We'll add you.
Will it let you do just audio?
That I don't know. Well, I would imagine on your end you can maybe control it, because I think it's through Flash, right?
Yeah, I have an icon.
Yeah, that muted you.
I don't have one for audio. Not that I can see.
That's a different Lee Michaels. I don't know you, Lee. We were talking to
Lee Polk.
Yeah.
Lee Peterson.
Yep.
I think.
See, this is where I got in trouble before, because I denied that seat.
Right.
I was being mean.
Well, no, it's just that makes sense. Lee's saying he has to take his daughter to dance lessons or something. So.
All right.
He may not be able to join us here. Good idea. I'm glad how did you find this?
It looked like Brett
Terpstra?
Yeah, Terpstra. I always have to get messed up because I know another guy. I know Terpster, who's a different person. Brett Terpstra was on one of these, I guess, earlier. It looked like with Dr. Happy Mac. Not Dr. Happy Mac.
Oh, yeah. I did see a tweet from him. Yeah.
Not Dr. Happy Mac.
No, it was somebody else. Yeah,
Dr. Mac, Bob.
Dr.
Levitus.
Levitus, yeah.
So I saw that out earlier, and I hadn't heard of the service, and I thought, well, we'll give this a try, because with, I was going to do a Periscope, but then with Periscope, it would just be me.
No, this is better than Periscope from that perspective. I mean, it's definitely. I don't think there's an iOS app for it. That would be a nice addition.
There is. I mean, not
there
for
is.
Broadcasting.
But you can watch. You can watch
Yeah.
on iOS.
And it looks like they're in beta, so
that's good.
people can watch on an iOS device and chat, but I guess you can't broadcast yet. Hopefully that's something that they're working on. So cool.
Yeah, no, this is definitely cool. So we gave Apple the money in the middle of the night again, dude.
A lot of money.
It's what we do. For me too. Believe me, I'm a little fixed income. I had to really think about this one. Like, do I really need this? But I think the camera is what took me over the top.
iRadio Coach is saying you can broadcast on iOS.
Radio.
Maybe the options didn't come up. I didn't see any options in the app. Maybe they would not have come up until I actually started. I couldn't see how to start the broadcast. Yeah,
Kuma, you're right. The camera is why I upgrade too, and that's probably what took me over to the 6 Plus side too, was the stabilization in the camera, because I tend to use the iPhone camera quite a bit, So, and I saw a buddy of mine that had it and played with his for a while, and I'm like, you know what, I'll figure out a way to get around the pocket thing. I am a big guy. I have big pockets anyway, so I might be okay.
Yep, and Paul, we can see you. I was just going to type it.
Yeah, the chat works well. What are you drinking? What kind of beer are you savoring tonight, Adam?
Arrogant Bastard.
The old standby.
Backwards.
Yep. Paul, I think we may have missed whatever you mentioned before. Let me see. Sorry about that. I wonder if Mr. McAllister got his done.
He says you can click the padlock in the address bar to turn off the camera.
Padlock in the address bar. Okay. That's a good hint. Oh, yeah, there it is.
But I think it'll turn off it says it'll turn off your microphone too. Does it give you options it does give you options for one or both, it looks like.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know, because if you can't always have your camera on, then you know what? I have used Flash so little that I didn't even know where to look for that. That's a really good hint, Paul.
Is that because it is Flash or just because it's Chrome?
I'm thinking it's because it's Flash and Chrome, but am I wrong about that, Paul?
Yeah, sorry, we're totally noobs with this platform, guys. So if you've been a user of the platform and for a while.
Yeah, Paul, sorry about that. Yeah, Paul says it's because it's Flash. So that's good. Seems like a good platform. I mean, I would definitely do this again.
Cool.
Well,
we'll have to maybe try out a couple more, maybe get some more people in here. But I think I'm going to call it a night. It's getting late.
Absolutely.
It's almost 1 a.m. Thanks everybody for hanging out. This was fun. I appreciate you coming to our first blab session, I guess.
Yeah, you guys follow me. I'm going to put up my regular Twitter name on here in the chat, and follow me on that account. That's mostly where I'm at. Love to have you follow me. That'd be great.
Cool. Lee says he's up for trying it, so we'll get you on next time, Lee, when you don't have to run off to a practice.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens if we get all these phones by the 25th. I think everybody will be pretty happy.
Cool. All right. Thanks, gang.
Peace out, everybody. Thanks so much.
Bye.